Hello everyone, welcome back to Sam's Phill-ups. It's been a long time, but we're finally back and I'm ready to get started cooking again. As everyone has been affected by this coronavirus, I know I have. We're in self-isolation right now in Los Angeles, so I thought what better time to stay at home, do some cooking videos, get y'all to learn how to cook during these hard times, and maybe come out of this quarantine with a little bit of knowledge. So without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're gonna make an American classic. A nice breakfast. Sunny side up eggs, bacon, and some homemade pancakes, and homemade hash browns. Now let's start with the potatoes. First you gotta clean them, but it's important to do it with a wet napkin because we don't want the potatoes to be too wet or else it'll ruin the texture. Now the potatoes are ready to be peeled. So now they're all done getting shredded, and let's move them to our bowl. If you want crispy hash browns, which who in the world doesn't want those, you're gonna need to drain the water from the potatoes. Like so. Just give it a nice squeeze. Make sure you get all that water out of those. So now we're gonna add seasoning to the potatoes. Every seasoning but salt, because salt prevents the potatoes from getting crispy while they're cooking. Tablespoon onion powder. Add a little extra because I like it. Tablespoon garlic powder, a dash of garlic pepper. We back. Dash of garlic pepper, some sea salt.
Every seasoning but salt, because salt prevents potatoes from getting crispy while they're cooking.
Oh, yes. And a dash of paprika. Just a little bit of smokiness. And just mix it all together. So in this pan, I put about a tablespoon of vegetable oil and a tablespoon of butter. So now let's add the potatoes. All right, so now let's get started on the pancakes. So we have 1.5 cups flour, 3.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So now we're gonna add our wet ingredients. This is 1 1/4 cups milk, 1 egg, 3 tablespoons butter, and a finishing touch of vanilla extract. Now we'll just whisk that together. Now we'll mix it until the batter is slightly lumpy, but mostly liquid. The batter looks perfect. We're gonna let this sit for a bit. Our potatoes look ready to flip. Let's go see how they're doing. That crispiness is on point. We're gonna put our bacon on the stove. Now the key to cooking great bacon is to only flip it one time. Keep it on medium heat for the whole time, and you should get nice, crispy bacon. So our potatoes are done. So we're gonna scoop our pancakes, put them into our pan. So I'm gonna flip the bacon. Got that nice red color. So today we're gonna make sunny side up eggs, which are the ones that just cook on one side. So the key to this is starting on a pan that isn't so hot, so you let the egg cook all the way through, and just be very patient with it. So we're just gonna let that go, a little below medium heat, let that cook. I believe I just did that. A little bit of pepper. So my little trick to finish up my sunny side eggs, I put a little bit of water in the pan so it steams up, covered it, so that it cooks the top and cooks the little egg white that's around the yolk. A lot of water, move it around, and just wait. couple seconds. Now, a good way to know when to flip your pancakes is when you see the bubbles start to rise on the top. That's when you know they're ready to flip. And there you guys have it. A classic American breakfast. Wow, I mean, everything just looks so good right now. It feels like I'm on IHOP. I mean, you got the pancakes, you got the eggs, bacon, hash browns. I mean, it just looks so good. Let's dig in. A nice runny yolk on those eggs, of course, yeah. Bacon's perfectly crispy. You cook it like that every time, never fails.
Oh my god, sorry. I just can't stop eating, but
So that's it for our episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun, and hopefully, you know, we're gonna do much more of these in the next few days, few weeks. But also, hopefully, everyone's staying safe for this quarantine and self-isolation for all the COVID-19. Thank you to my director and editor, Isaiah Drake. His contact information is gonna be below, as well as mine, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. Give it a follow. Until then, stay filled up. Thank you guys.